बुद्धिर्विनष्टा भविता प्रवृत्तिः ब्रह्मात्मनोरेकतया निगत्या इदं न जानेऽप्यनिदं न जाने किं वा कियद्वा सुखमस्यपारम्
Teaching of the Guru is over and the disciple turns out to be worth the salt. He is not an ordinary disciple. So he goes to a secluded place, takes to Nididhyasana, makes the mind get absorbed in the Swarupa, accomplishes the Samadhi. What is Samadhi here? Mind getting absorbed in Atma Swarupa. And after some time, he returns to Guru and attempts to describe, but he is not really, he can't describe it, attempts to describe what he has discovered. He says, Anvaya given last time. Brahmatmanoho ekataya adhigatya. Adhigamena. sakshatkarena, by direct knowledge of ekata, identity between Brahma and Atma. By the sakshatkara, direct knowledge of Atma and Brahma to be identical. He says, you know what has happened? Buddhir vinashta. Don't take literally, okay? जो थोड़ा बुद्धि वो भी, so not that way. Buddhir vinashta means, in technical terms, I have accomplished manonasha. So what I accomplished is manonasha. Manonasha. Same thing. Will explain what exactly is buddhi vinasha, antakaranasha. Will explain in the next verse with an illustration. Buddhir vinashta. So my mind has got no more functioning in the sense it has accomplished nasha. If manonasha is accomplished, what happens? What is actually the function of mind? Entire jagat is projection of the mind. Any bhinna pratyayas are because of the mind. When it is no more functioning, mind absorbed in the Swarupa, there is only cognition of Atma Swarupa, no pratiti, no pratyaya, no comprehension of the pluralistic word. So that is it. Pravritti galita. Pravritti, my all activities have got dropped down. What pravritti? Pravritti of the indriya, pravritti of the mind, pravritti of the buddhi, antakarana, all these functions have got dropped down. Right? Buddhi, vinashta, manonasha has been accomplished. Mind is absorbed in the Swarupa, mind is the replica of Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. Galita, pravritti, galita, drop down. Idam na jane, anidam api na jane. I don't know anything. Idam means whatever that is pratyakshataha available, directly perceptible. I don't know. Anidam na jane, which is not, this means parokshataha, which is remote from me, which is not yet at the present in front of me. That also I don't know. Idam na jane. Kim va, kiyadva, sukhamasya param. This also I don't know. What I don't know? Kim va, kiyadva, asya sukhasya param. What is the limit of this ananda, that is Swarupa Ananda, Atma Ananda? That also what? How much it is, how far it is, how long I can enjoy, that also I don't know. Means, Kimva Kiyadva means its limitation, Kalataha and also Deshataha. I am unable to gauge. Because my mind is absorbed in the Atmananda. It is totally absorbed in the Swarupa, is not able to comprehend anything other than the Atma Swarupa. Well, so what is that Ananda Atma Swarupa? He says, I am unable to describe. Continue.
वाचावक्तुमशक्यमेव मनसा मन्तुं न वा शक्यते स्वानन्दामृतपूरपूरितपरब्रह्माम्बुधे वैभवम् अम्भोराशिविशीर्णवार्षिकशिला आवं भजन् मे मनः
अम्भोराशिविशीर्णवार्षिकशिला आवं
स्वानन्दामृतपूरपूरितपरब्रह्माम्बुधेः वैभवं वाचा वक्तुम् अशक्यम् एव मनसा वा मंतुं न शक्यते। मे मनः अम्भोराशिविशीर्णा वार्षिकशिलाभावम् विशीर्णवार्षिकशिलाभावं भजन् यस्य अंशांशलवे विलीनमधुना आनन्दात्मना निर्वृतम्।
Brahmambudhi. Ambudhi is ocean. Brahma itself is compared to ocean. This ocean of Brahma means it is all pervasive. Its Vaibhavam, Brahmambudhehi Vaibhavam. The Vaibhava, the glory of this ocean of Brahma. What type of ocean of Brahma it is? Swanandamrita purita Parabrahmambudehe Vaibhava. The glory of Parabrahma, which is flooded with Swananda, is flooded with Ananda, that is one's own Swarupa. Swanandamrita, the Ananda, that is one's Swarupa itself is compared to illustration of Amrita, that is nectar everywhere. Pura is flood, that it is flooded with the nectar of Ananda of one's own Swarupa. That Parabrahma ocean, its Vaibhava, glory, it is Vacha Vaktum Ashakyam. It is Ashakyam. It is impossible to describe by words. Speech means words are incapable of describing the Ananda Swarupa Atma identical with Brahma. Do you know why? See, the modern concept is with the help of language you can describe anything and everything as such. They have not thought it properly. Language has its own limitations, words have its own limitations. What are those? Words can describe only 4 types of things. Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha. Word, language can describe Jati, species, different types of categories. It can describe. Guna, quality, features can be described. Kriya, action, activities can be described. Sambandha, relation can be described. Beyond the realm of this, whatever that is there, its shabdas are incapable of describing. Actually, Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha belongs to the nature of the Jagat. Entire cosmos can be defined in terms of Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha. Atma, Brahma. See, for even Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha, it should be perceptible by the senses. If not perceptible by the senses, at least it should be conceived by the mind intellect. Mind or intellect has to conceive like it is like this. Means it needs to be objectified by the mind intellect. Such things, in fact, no. Perceptible things, Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha, language can describe very vividly. But when it comes to subjective description, which is conceived by the mind, but the language can describe but it has got its own difficulties. It is not as easy as describing the perceptible world. Yet, language, words can succeed in describing them. But now, that which cannot be conceived at all as an object by the mind, on the contrary, the very principle which makes the mind function, how can it describe it? See, a torch can illumine things in front of it. But the same torch cannot illuminate itself. Can it illuminate itself? Like that, Chaitanya Swarupa Atma Brahma is the pure awareness principle, is the motivating factor in the presence of which all organs of action, all sense organs, entire psyche is capable of what? Functioning. And what can be conceived can be described by the language. Now this Chaitanya Rupa Atma, which enables and makes the mind function, cannot be considered that language fails. So that will say, Vacha Vaktum Ashakyam Eva. This Ananda, that is my Swarupa, which is the Parabrahma, Ambudhi, says its glory cannot be described by words. Again, Manasa Mantum Eva Na Shakyate. I cannot conceive it by the mind because it cannot be objectified by the mind. See, look here. In this context, you have to remind yourself the process of gaining the Atma Jnana. Now you are listening to me. Your mind, to the medium of ear, your mind is objectifying the word heard by you. Is it not? Whatever that I am speaking. Like that, Atma cannot be objectified by the mind. Atma cannot be objectified by the mind because it is the very principle which makes the mind function. So therefore, whatever that can be objectified by the mind, you can conceive. This cannot be. In the context of Atma Jnana, how does Atma Jnana take place? Mind doesn't objectify Atma as object, but what happens? Mind itself assumes the nature of the Atma. Mind itself becomes a replica of Atma, in the wake of which there is no subject-object relationship. Drishya, Drit and the Darshana, Triputis are not there. Mind itself has assumed the nature of Atma, which is called as Akhandakara Vritti, Atmakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti. So that is what is there. So that is the case of our Sharir. It is not able to objectify, it cannot conceive Atma as his object. The verse says, Manasa eva nava mantum na shakyate. It is not possible to describe by the mind. Na shakyate. Then what has happened to your mind? You told earlier in earlier verse that buddhir vinashta. Anyone listen this buddhir vinashta? Arey, better don't go to Vedanta. Don't go to Vedanta. Whatever buddhi you have got, you will lose. The colloquial sense, no? Uski buddhi chale gayi. Buddhi chale gayi. Where you always think that way. No. That manonasha is accomplished. So what exactly is meant by buddhi vinashta? What is meant by manonasha is explained with the help of an illustration. What is that? Say, Manaha Amborashi Vishirna Varshika Shila Bhasila Bhavam Bhajat. Me Manaha. Me Manaha means my mind. Bhajat, taking the form of what? He says, Varshika Shila Bhava. Varshika Shila means hailstone. Hailstone. Bombay there are not there, but there are certain regions where storm of hailstone comes. One comes and knocks on your head. end of it will be. So that is a hailstone. Now this hailstone fell where? In the ocean. Can you imagine what will happen? It will get dissolved and become the water. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to give an illustration of a salt doll. You know, once a salt doll determined, I have come out from the ocean, let me measure the depth of the ocean. And it straight away went and jumped in the ocean. What happens to salt doll? There is no salt doll. That is what it gets totally dissolved. Like that, a hailstone which has fallen in the ocean is going to get dissolved and become the water. Likewise, my mind which has become like the Atma Sarupa is no more the mind. What remains is what? Atma. Do you know how it is? See, process of jnana. First, akhandakara vritti. Then by nishtha, what happens? That akhandakara vritti itself gets dissolved. That is what? Manonasha here, like the hailstone. Of course, nishtha, repeated abidance of the mind in the Swarupa is necessary. In course of time, even that akhandakara vritti drops. What remains is Atma Swarupa. That is what is called as Brahma Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara, wherein the last trace of creation, namely akhandakara vritti, with the product of avidya, that also drops off. That is what it says. Me manaha varshika shila bhavam bhajat. So taking to the status of a hailstone which has plunged into ocean, it says, and what happened? It has discovered such a contentment. What a contentment? Yasya anshanshalave virinam adhuna. See, a hailstone will get dissolved, but it will occupy a small portion of the ocean or not. By that only, like that, my mind which has got absorbed in the Atma Sarupa is able to discover such a ananda that it is totally contented. It says, Yasya anshanshalave. Yasya means Parabrahmambudehe Anshasya Anshalave. A minutest portion of a small portion. There my mind has got absorbed. And what is its condition now? Anandatmana nirvritam. Nirvritam means accomplished, contented in the adhuna. Adhuna means now Ananda Swarupin. It has become totally contented. Otherwise, what happens? Vishaya Sukha comes and goes. And even when you have the Sukha, you have the fear that you are going to lose because you have got suffered many times. So that's why it is. You know that gopis were crying when Krishna is not there. Gopis are crying when Krishna is there. How come? When Krishna was not there, they were longing for Krishna, and Krishna is not there, therefore they were crying. When Krishna is there, Krishna, you are going to give a slip now. You are going to slip away now, and therefore what sorrow is going to come, therefore also they were crying. So that is how it is. So like this, earlier, first thing sorrow that, oh, I didn't get what I desired for. थोड़ा अक्कल होगा, when the desired thing is obtained, say, oh, I know this is going to go away. What is it to? If you are viveki, okay. If you are aviveki, so mercury of joy will shoot up, and perhaps the meter may get broken down. As such. Not thermometer, what meter? Anandometer. Okay. Anandometer will get broken down as such. So that is possible. So no. So it is now nothing but totally contented. Further, now see, look here. Till now, this disciple was interacting with the world like any other person. Now what has happened? Manonasha has taken place. Mind has got totally absorbed the Sarupa. Ananda Sarupa is there. He says, where is the world? Till now it was there. Where did it go? Surprise now.
Vagatam kena vanitam putra vinamidam jagat adunaiva maya drushtam nasti kim mahadadbhutam. Anvaya. Idam jagat kva gatam kena va nitam putra deenam mahad adbhutam maya aduna eva drushtam kim na asti.
Idam jagat. This world I was interacting with even right now until this moment. It's now idam jagat. Vagatam. Where did it go? I am not able to find it now at all. Kenavanitam. Who took it away? Kutradinam. Or where did it merge as such? I am not able to find the jagat which I was perceiving till now. So it says Mahad Adbhutam is a great wonder. Because this jagat, just before I could get absorbed in the samadhi, it was there. Now I have come out of samadhi and my mind is still lingering. Lingering where? In the Swarupa. It says, Mahad Adbhutam. Why? Maya Adhuna Eva Drishtam. I had perceived this world right now a few moments earlier before I could get absorbed in the samadhi. I had seen it by my own eyes. I have seen it. By your own eyes means end of everything. So that is so final witness. I have seen with my own eyes just before I could get absorbed in the samadhi. Where is that gone? It is Drishtam. Maya adunaiva drishtam kim nasti. It is not there. Is it not there at all? So he is asking, he is wondering, how can it go like that? Continuing.
Kim theyam kim upadeyam kimanyat kim vilakshanam Akhandananda Piyusha Purne Brahma Maharnave. Advaya. Akhandananda Piyusha Purne Brahma Maharnave Upadeyam kim Eyam kim Anyat kim Vilakshanam kim.
What is that in this Brahma Swarupa that needs to be acquired or that needs to be given up? Because everything is Ananda Swarupa. Akhandananda Piyusha Purna Brahma Maharnave. Maharnave is a great ocean. What ocean? Purna Brahma. Brahma is always Purna only. I took it to be Apurna, but it is not always Purna. In this full and complete limitless ocean of Brahma, he says, and what is it? Akhandananda Piyusha. You know what is Piyusha? Present day lassi. See, in a thick buttermilk, not curd, actually it is not curd. In the thick buttermilk, you put sugar, and afterward, elaichi, etc., whatever you want to stuff, you can put it. That is what Piyusha. That is the earthly nectar. Somebody said, and I think it is Ayurveda. What is Amrita for the Devas is the buttermilk for the human being. See, and that's, of course, he is an Ayurvedic doctor only. And he has given what are the benefits of the buttermilk, how it can help, etc. In fact, it is a very good indeed. This thing is like, how it can help it, preserving the health and digestion and all that. Whatever he has written seems to be sensible as well. So that is that. But it says, so he has quoted this from Ayurvedic book. Whatever that it is, what the nectar means to Devas, so is the buttermilk for the human being. Nowadays, who makes buttermilk in Bombay? If at all, what they do? They take the curd, they don't remove the butter. Buttermilk means you have to remove the butter. They know this is buttermilk, takram. Otherwise, they just dilute the curd. It is not correct. Because why? The butter with its content is still there. So the takram, buttermilk means you make the curd, churn it, and then remove the butter from that. That is what is called a very good effort. So that is the case. Say Piyusha. It's like a nectar. What type of Piyusha? Akhandananda Piyusha. Akhandananda. This lassi, if you drink one glass, you feel like drinking another glass. Suppose another glass also you got, you feel like drinking other glass. Stomach revolts, house full. Stomach says there is no place anymore now. So you have to stop it. This is not so. He says, Akhandananda, limitless Ananda Swarupa Piyusha. There is what? So Piyusha. So that is Piyusha Maharnave. He says, in that state of direct cognition of Brahma Swarupa, which is limitless Ananda, like Piyusha. Of course, this illustration is very limited illustration, but it just gives some idea to it. He says, Upadeyam Kim. What is that which is worthy to be acquired? Heyam Kim. What is that which is worthy to be rejected? Presently, if you want to understand that, presently go home and make a list. What list? What all you want to gain. Again, what all you want to get rid of. Take your own time and do it. Tomorrow, read it again. There will be many changes. ये नहीं चाहिए वो चाहिए. Every day it will go on changing. There is nothing worthy to be acquired. There is nothing worthy to be rejected at all. Why? Everything is Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. So Kim Upadeyam, Kim Heyam, Anyat Kim Vilakshanam, Anyat Vilakshanam Kim. So, what is that distinct from Atma, Brahma? Everything is Atma Sarupa, Brahma. See, you should know this. The basis for entire creation is Atma Brahma. Basis for you and me is Atma Brahma. You may deny Atma Brahma at the top of your voice, yet that Atma Brahma is the basis. You know how? How? You are shouting, not you. Let us suppose you are shouting. No, there is no Atma at all. There is no Brahma at all. Who has seen Atma? Who has seen Brahma? This fellow is shouting. With the use of what? Organ of speech. But when he speaks with the organ of speech, he is not like that, it is like a machine. Inside software is there. What is the software? Thought, which says there is no Atma, there is no Brahma. Nobody has seen with the eyes. Fine? Now find out what all things are necessary to make this statement. First thing, you have to have a body or not. You should have organ of speech or not. You should have mind or not. What are these made up of? Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 great elements, whether physical body or the psyche Antakarana. Difference is, physical body is made up of gross 5 elements, Antakarana is made up of subtle 5 elements. From where these 5 elements are from? Brahmashraya Maya, from Maya, Prakriti, that is creative power of Ishvara, which depends on Brahma. You have to depend on Brahma or not. Then, this embodiment by itself is enough. Are you enough? No. You are Sachetan, sentient. From where that Sachetanata, sentience has come? From consciousness, pure awareness. Directly from Atma, Brahma. Have you got any separate existence? And you are shouting at the top of the voice, Atma is not there, Brahma is not there. Supposition. How is it possible? Even the atheist who declares at the top of the voice there is no Ishvara, ask him, are you there? What should be the answer? Yes. If I is there, prove that Ishvara is there. You know why? That you don't know what it is, itself is Ishvara. See, atheist denies Ishvara because he has got his own concept of Ishvara. And if that concept he says Ishvara, we will also say that is not Ishvara. If that concept of Ishvara is wrong. Today morning I was telling, in some other context, there are as many concepts, Swami Vivekananda said, there are as many concepts of God as the number of heads on the earth. As many heads are there on the earth, so many concepts of God are there. That is not the correct investigation at all. That is the case. So, the basis of this, let me say, there is nothing other than that. Why? Entire Jagat is nothing but Brahma, but due to ignorance, appears to be something other than Brahma. Continue.
Na kinchit atra pashyami, na shrunomi na vedmyaham, swatmanaiva tadananda, rupenasmi vilakshanaha. Advaya. Aham atra kinchit na pashyami, na shrunomi, na vedmi, स्वात्मना एव सदानंद रूपेण विलक्षणः अस्मि.
So please keep in mind This is the discovery of a student who, with prepared mind, had approached a competent master, and after so much of elaborate teaching, he had directly discovered his Swarupa and making an attempt to describe what is. From layman's standpoint, this may appear to be very strange thing as such. So that is even for a scientific discovery. For lay person, what sense it makes? Everything is energy in motion. For majority, however educated they may be, if they don't have the discipline of physics and mathematics, what sense does it make it? Maybe everything is what? Because their Shraddha is there in the scientists. Here they don't have Shraddha. In the position they don't have the Shraddha. How is it possible? How can it be? Except that all questions come. There they don't question because mind is mortgaged there. Mind is pledged there. No, that is better. Mind is pledged there only. So therefore that should be kept in the mind because entire teaching is over. Afterwards, some bonus teaching also the Guru finds like photo finish. He gives the photo finish teaching afterwards, but it is a turn of the disciple to declare what he has discovered. Why? Guru will understand where this fellow is now. Otherwise, student would have come with his difficulty. Sir, you said all these things, but how come it is possible? It is not there. Means he has discovered himself. So that gives a clue as to he has discovered, and based on that, further instruction the Guru is yet to give. Now the disciple continues. He says, Aham atra kinchid na pashyami. I don't find anything here. Where here? Hitherto where Jagat was there. Means what? Memory of Jagat is still fresh in his mind and he is not able to discover that. Here, till now, where the Jagat was there, I don't see anything at all. Not only that, na shunomi, I am not able to hear anything here. Na vedi, I don't know anything here in this world. Here, where the world was still so far. See? And do you know who am I? Why so? Because aham, say, swatmana eva sadananda rupena vilakshanaha asmi. Aham vilakshanaha asmi. I am distinct. Distinct from what? Distinct from the Jagat, hitherto experienced by me, hitherto perceived by me. I am distinct from that. What is my nature? Svatmana eva. Only my Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa, Paramatma Swarupa alone is there. And how? Sadananda Rupe. In the form of Ananda, which is ever existing, that alone is there. Nothing, no trace of the word is found. Now, he is grateful to his Guru on account of whose he could discover this truth, and therefore he is offering, he is repeated namaskara to Guru and also praising the Guru.
Namo namaste Gurave Mahatmane. Vimukta Sangaya Saduttamaya. Nityadvayānanda Rasasvarupine. Bhune sada paradayam budhamne. Anvaya. Aparadayam budhamne. Bhune Nitya Advaya Ananda Rasa Swarupine विमुक्त संकाय सदुत्तमाय महात्मने गुरवे ते सदा नमः नमः।
गुरवे ते सदा नमः। O Guru, to you all the time my repeated namaskar. Who is that Guru? He is now described. What are these things? Apara dayambudhamni. One ambudhamna. Ambudhamna is what? Ocean. The one who is abode of limitless compassion. One is the ocean of limitless compassion. Ambudhi, Dayambudhi. Ambudhi, ocean. Dayambudhi, ocean of compassion. So what type of it is? So apara, limitless. Why has he used this word? Remember how we approach the master. And master obliged him by teaching. That itself is compassion. You know why? There is no reason why he should teach. There is no reason why the Guru has to teach, because he has nothing to get out of it. If at all, if the disciple turns out to be stupid, he will get credit. That is what he can get. But otherwise, there is nothing he has to get out of it. Why? He is full and complete. Name and fame he doesn't care for. Money, he has nothing to do with that. Nothing is there. Yet, he chose to use out of compassion. What is the compassion? I was also an idiot like this. And somebody has obliged to make me discover this. Why not help others also? That is the only thing that can prompt him to teach. They say, Apara dayambudhamni, one way, that is limitless ocean of mercy, compassion. Bhumne, Bhumne, Bhuman, Bhuma means limitless. One who is limitless in Sarupa, because the limited prapancha is not in Bhum. So that is, there being no Vishaya other than Brahma, so the one whose Swarupa is nothing but limitless Atma, Brahma, Bhumne, and what whose Swarupa is Nityananda, Nitya Advaya Ananda Rasa Swarupa. Always his Swarupa is Nitya Advaya Ananda. So non-dual Ananda which ever exists. Again, one will see. Here all description of Guru is the description of Brahma Sarupa, because Guru is not different from Brahma Sarupa. Vimukta Sangaya, one who has no attachment to anything in the creation, Jagat, Srishti, Vimukta Sangaya. Again, Saduttamaya. Saduttamaya means Brahmavid Varishtaya. See, Jnana is discovery of Atma Swarupa. But depending on absorption of the mind in the knowledge of oneself, there are grades. Brahmavid, one who has got the knowledge of Brahma. Brahmavid Variya, whose mind is more absorbed in the Atma Swarupa than the earlier. Brahmavid Varishtha is the one who is totally absorbed in the Swarupa. Even if you make him aware of the world, he is not aware of the world. So these are the different grades of Jnana Nishtha. Brahma Jnana is same, but absorption of the mind in that Jnana, depending on that. So Brahmavid Variyan, Brahmavid Varishtha. There are 7 Jnana Bhumikas are told in the Upanishad. So these are the last 3. 5th sixth and seventh bhumika. Fourth bhumika is on the verge of gaining the knowledge. Here, in the fifth, sixth and seventh, samadhi is indispensable. So then I say, Saduttamaya Mahatmane, a great soul, Gurave, Guru, te, unto you, Namaha, Namaha. So repeatedly, my namaskar. There is some style, no? Crores of Koti Namaskar. Koti Namaskar. The way of saying means repeated Namaskar. Repeated Namaskar. Nothing wrong with that. Koti Namaskar. Continue.
Yat Kataksha Shashikandra Chandrika Pasadhuta Bhavatapaja Shramaha Praptavanaham Akhanda Vaibhava Anandamatma Paramakshayam Kshana Anvaya Yat Kataksha Shashi Sandra Chandrika Pasadhuta Bhavatapaja Shramaha Aham Akhanda Vaibhavanandam Akshayam Atmapadam Kshanat Praptavan.
Lot of poetic language. Lot of poetry is there. Yat means here Yasya Guroho, which Guru? Kataksha Shashi Sandra Chandrika Pata, by the fall of, what is that? Chandrika. Chandrika is moonlight. So, and what type of Chandrika it is? Sandra. Sandra means pleasing or intense. From where it has come? Shashi. Shashi means what? Chandra. It is from Chandra. Means, and what is that Chandra? Kataksha. Side glance. You know that Kataksha is side glance, not even direct see. You can see that like that from the side glance. Means even full drishti not necessary. Even full drishti is not necessary. Even by the side glance of the Guru's eye, whatever that blessing which is compared to pleasing or intense moonlight, by that Pata, by the followed, Dhuta Bhavata Pajashramaha. My Shrama, my all sorrow, my all weariness of what? Bhavatapa. Bhavatapa means what? This affliction of the samsara, Dhuta. Dhuta means what? Water. Means by the blessing of which Guru, my samsara has got totally destroyed. It's a very poetic way of describing it. Shamaha, that me, what did I get out of that? Aham, me, aham, akhanda vaibhavananda akshayam atmapadam kshanat praptavan. Because within a moment I got my Atma-sarupa. What type of Atma-sarupa? Akhanda vaibhava. Incessant glory. Means something Ananda Swarupa. Akhanda vaibhavananda Atmapadam, Akshayam Atmapadam, indestructible Atmapadam, Kshana, within a trice I could get it. Unto that Guru my Namaskar. Now, having discovered the Swarupa by the grace of the Guru, he considers himself to be a blessed person. And it is out of joy he declares, I am really blessed.
Dhanyoham krutavrityoham विमुक्तोऽहं भवग्रहात् नित्यानन्दस्वरूपोऽहं पूर्णोऽहं तदनुग्रहात्। अन्वयः तदनुग्रहात् त्वदनुग्रहः अहं धन्यः अहं कृतकृत्यः अहं भवग्रहात् विमुक्तः अहं नित्यानन्दस्वरूपः अहं पूर्णः।
त्वद अनुग्रह by tava anugraha tvad anugraha, by your blessing. He says aham dhanyah, I am blessed. Dhanyah means blessed, but this English word blessed cannot make much sense. Actually dhanya means literal meaning of dhanya. We say dhanya lottery lag gayi. Dhanya. So that is seat in 89 number मिला हुआ धन्य. So like that. So what is धन्य? Dhanarha dhanya. One who deserves wealth. Dhana means what? Wealth. One dhanarha, one who is fit recipient of wealth is who? Dhanya. Now the question is, what is dhana? What is dhana? Wealth? Come on, define wealth. Bank balance? Dollars? Rupees? Lyra? You know what is lyra? Italian currency is lyra. 1 rupee will be equal to million lyra. I don't know exactly. 0. 1 rupee is equal to so many lyra. I think even our naya paisa is bigger than that. That is 100 naya paisa is, that is what? 1 rupee. But that 1 rupee is equal to at least thousands of lyra. So what is this dhana? Actually, there is nothing called dhana concretely available, branded like this in the world. Whatever that is desirable, whatever that is pleasing to anyone, that is his dhana. Dhana is individualistic. Whatever that is pleasing to me, whatever that is desirable by me, that is my dhana, need not be your dhana. If you ask me, Swamiji, what is your dhana? See my life. See my library, I will tell. There are books about 100 years old. Swamiji, kaun rakhenge? Bombay mein, so you say, raddi ka bhi kaam karni hai, and it is your wealth. Yes, it is my wealth. For you it is all. Your wealth is what? Golden necklace is every day purchased on Dasra day. So whatever it may be, depending on your choices. So that is that. What is that? There is a saying like this. Nakalu dhanatvam jati. Nakalu dhanatvam jati. Dhanatvam means status of being something called wealth is not a jati, it is not a specific, it is not a category. Yasya yadishtam tadeva tasya dhanam. Yasya yadishtam, whatever that is desirable to anyone, whatever that is pleasing to anyone, that is that person's dhanam. Tattadiva pamaranam. For lay person, Varieties of things in the world are called as dhana. Tat tad iva pamarana. Akinchanyam, 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 dhanam vidusha. Freedom from everything, that is the word. Dhana for viveki. Absence of everything, that is the dhana for who? Viveki. But for aviveki, all blessed things in the world are called as dhana. Do you know, in African jungle, this tribal people, so when a youngster wants to get married as such, he has to give the dowry to the bride, not bride, not ulta, not that bride party has to give dowry to bridegroom, that's ulta. And do you know, one who gives maximum canine teeth of the wild dog is the rich person. One who gives, wild dogs are there but canine. So, maximum number of canine of the wild dog gives, he is a rich person. You will take bath if you teach. You will take bath if you touch one canine teeth. Think of it. That is our concept. That's the concept. Okay? For some it is bank balance, some foreign it is name and fame, etc. So that is dhanya. I am really blessed because of I have struck not even the gold mine, Paramananda Swarupa. Again he says, Krita Krityami, I accomplished whatever that needs to be accomplished.
Deso yang shobha